weekend? Wally Sanders! Money, money, money. Let me have that football.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wally Sanders truck line?
It's time for you to join a company that puts God and family first. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, height. There's nobody on the bench at Wally Sanders Truck Line. Go deep with Wally Sanders Truck Line. Join today, Troy, Alabama. Nobody sits on the bench at Wally Sanders Truck Line. Come join the company today. Wally Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Come join today. Been in business since 1959. Wally Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Wally Sanders Truck Line, money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We get you home on the weekend to watch football. Wally Sanders. Wally Sanders is #1. Who is the best truck line that will get you home on the weekend? Wally Sanders. Money, money, money. Let me have that football. At Wally Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wally Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wally Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wally Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them. Wally Sanders Truck Line, money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We get you home on the weekend to watch football. Wally Sanders. Wally Sanders is #1. Who is the best truck line that will get you home on the weekend? Wally Sanders. Money, money, money. Let me have that football.
The TruckSmart app has even more ways to make life on the road stress-free. As always, Ultra One members earn points, gears, and Ultra credits whenever they fuel up at a TA, Petro, or TA Express location. And now, convenient and fast fueling is just a click away with the PumpSmart feature. To use PumpSmart, simply click the PumpSmart icon in the app. Just like always, TruckSmart helps you find a TA, Petro, or TA Express location near you. And once you've selected your location, you can choose which fleet card you'd like to use for payment. TruckSmart users start by entering and storing their fleet card payment methods, either in the setup section of the app or during the PumpSmart process. Next, you can save time with PumpSmart by entering information like your vehicle and trailer IDs. If you're using a new payment card for the first time, you must first enter this information one time at the pump. After that, you can edit this information right in the app whenever you need to. TruckSmart stores this information for you. Next, you'll receive a code. You'll receive this code right in the app. Simply enter this code every time at the pump and fill her up. Once you're finished at the pump, your receipt is logged in your transaction history and stored right in the app. It's fast and convenient. PumpSmart is just another way that the TruckSmart app from Travel Centers of America is making life on the road a little easier. At Travel Centers of America, we know that life on the road can present challenges. That's why we created the TruckSmart app. The TruckSmart app makes life on the road stress-free by putting all of the services and amenities at TA, Petro, and TA Express right at your fingertips. And for Ultra One members, the app makes the perks of membership even easier to access. The TruckSmart app helps you get what you want when you want it. For starters, you can search TruckSmart to find which services.
Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Line. I am truly excited this morning. You know why, drivers? You see the tie. When I got the tie on, that means it's time to get a new driver of the month. I must say, Ideal Graphics is going to have to be real busy today because your name will be up tomorrow. I promise you that. But I'm just excited about it. But let's do our verse of the day, our word of the day. And I was just looking at the world and how things is, and I went to Isaiah 48 and 18. Study Bible says, if only you would pay attention to my commandments, then your peace would become just like a river and your righteousness like the waves of the sea. King James Version, Isaiah 48 and 18. O that thou hast hearkened to my commandments, then had thou peace been as a river, and thy righteousness as the waves of the sea. That's a good one this morning. That's a good way for us to start our Monday morning off. Start our Monday morning off by saying, hey, we're going to be better. I got two guests this morning. I got all you need this morning. If you want to read a good book, I got a great book author here this morning. I'm not going to introduce her. I'm going to let her introduce herself. Also, if you're looking to buy a house or something, I got a good real estate agent that's going to be here this morning. Good young man. I know his father real well. I kind of followed him in football through his career at Brantley and at Troy University. And I want to say to Troy University this good morning. We still behind you. The community is still behind you. We're still behind you. And Steve, you need to hear this. I am so mad with myself. I had a lady that called me Thursday in my office. She called to tell them that she loved our commercials. And they said, well, you can talk to him. She said, no, I don't want to bother him. I said, no, you don't care. And they put on the phone with me, and me and her talked. And ma'am, you are so sweet. I'm so sorry I didn't get your name, because if I got your name, I would have invited you on Truck Talk. I mean, because that's what it's for the community. But I want to tell you thank you. Thank you for doing that. She said it makes an old lady day to just sit there and listen to something without violence or destruction, something fun with the kids. So, hey, that's a shout out to me and Ceasefire and the little girls that's in the commercials. I told her, I said, well, you made my day, because this is the best call I've had all day long, and I've had a lot of calls. So to that lady, I want to say good morning to you. Have a great day. And to Sister Glasgow, 81 years old, did the walk with us down there in Goshen. Was not the last lady to come in either. She looked well. I just told her I pray that I can do that when I get 81. And another thing, to the sheriff department, man, thank y'all. Y'all sent plenty of help out there to direct the traffic so wouldn't nobody get hit. And to Goshen Town itself, thank you. The people that come by was driving at a speed that they wouldn't hurt nobody. It was a community thing, and it was just so good. I'm so excited. I love it when we get together and love one another. I mean, the world is missing so much of that. So we're going to get ready and take a commercial break, and we're going to come back with our book author. And y'all going to know her. She's right here in our hometown. So you never know what you have in your hometown until you just get to looking around. We'll be right back with Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Line.
Wally Sanders Truck Line, money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We get you home on the weekend to watch football. Wally Sanders. Who is the best truck line that will get you home on the weekend? Wally Sanders. Money, money, money. Let me have that football. Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wally Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wally Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right. Come join us today, the family of Wally Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. At Wally Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross, Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wally Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wally Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wally Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them. It's football season, but it's also time.
For you to join a company that puts God and family first.
Hey.
401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Nobody sits on the bench at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come join the company today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years,
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wiley Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right. Come join us today, the family of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. It's time for you to join a company that puts God and family first. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, height. There's nobody on the bench at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Go deep with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Join today, Troy, Alabama. Nobody sits on the bench at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come join the company today, Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Come join today. Been in business since 1959. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We get you home on the weekend to watch football. Wiley Sanders. Who is the best truck line that will get you home on the weekend? Money, money, money. Let me have that football.
Okay, and we're back with Truck Talk. I tell you what, every time I see that commercial, I get excited. I got so many people asking me, why you take that football from that little boy? I said, well, he kind of throwed it to me. But I told y'all I had a guest here this morning. It was a book author, and she's here. But I got to tell y'all how I found this out. When we was doing the book bags, and I was calling DHR, because I usually work with, what's her name?
Natasha.
Tasha. I used to work with Tasha. And I was looking for Tasha, and Tasha had got sick. Mm-hmm. And Tasha said, see Kim will take care. And when I called your phone, and the phone message said, well, I'm probably writing the next chapter of a I said, well, that's the best one I've heard. And then when I get to talk to you, you said, no, I write books.
Yes. Really a book author.
Really a book author.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, so who are you? Just tell us who are you? Who are you?
Well, I am Kimberly McClure Bird. Like I said, I wear a lot of hats. I'm a wife. I've been married to LaCurtis Bird since 2013. I'm a listen, he's trying to count how many.
Go ahead.
11 years this year, so January will be 12 years. I'm a minister of the gospel, and I minister at Cornerstone of Life Church here in Troy. And I work with the youth over there as well. And so that's like, whew, they got all the hats. Yeah. So then I work for the state of Alabama at DHR, where you just told me it.
When did you start writing?
I started writing when I was like 12 or 13 years old, but I started writing poetry. And I thought that was like, okay, I'm doing this poetry. And then when I became an adult, I started doing spoken word, how you had those people doing that flow and stuff like that. And then my mom passed in like 2005. So when she passed in 2005, I was like, oh my God, I lost my mom. And so out of grief and out of regret, I started writing books. And so that's because she always believed I could do it. She was like, why don't you write a book? I was like, Mom, I can't write a book. I'm just a poet.
Well, you said something that really touched my heart when you said that you was a minister of God. And it made me think about this morning when I was going out the gate, Trace Parker, I call him because I know he had a place down in Florida, and I was just checking to see had anything happened. And he said, fortunately, it turned from us. But I love a man with compassion. He said, but I don't wish that on nobody. He said, why you on the show today? Just sell us something to the people in Virginia and North Carolina.
Right.
So I knew you wouldn't mind me stopping right here.
No.
Let's just say that for them, because they going through some trouble sometimes, and we're gonna make sure when we sit down and eat our dinner today, we're gonna send a prayer for them. We're gonna keep them in prayer all day long. Mm-hmm. prayers are one of the strongest weapon that we have in this world.
It is.
And I know
really
you can
is.
understand that. So I just wanted to take that moment. It flashed on me when you said that. I knew, and I ain't trying to be all this or that, but I knew it was something special about you when I talked to you. I didn't know what, but I knew it was something, and that's why I encouraged you to come on the show. So how many books have you wrote?
So far, I've written 3. I've written Forbidden Fruit, Son of the Forgiven, and 10 Commandments for Dream Chasers, how to dream like God is cheering for you. So that's like 2 novels and a nonfiction. So it's kind of like to help people go after what God is telling them and put in them to go after, because everybody got a dream on the inside. Some people just feel like they can't go after it, but I'm trying to push you, go get it. You can do it.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Are you working on other books now?
I am. Currently, I'm working to the 3rd installment of the Forbidden Fruit series. And a lot of times, and that's called Vengeance is Mine. A lot of times people think that when they hear the title Forbidden Fruit, they think, that's an erotic novel. No, it's not. I'm a real minister of the gospel. And so, because I kind of like take a Bible verse, and which that was out of Genesis when she partook of the forbidden fruit. So I just took it and updated it into the new millennium, and just created a whole story out of it, because it was mainly the part about that your sorrow would be greatly multiplied because you've done this. And so this woman in the book, she's going through a lot of grief, and she's just lost her mom, just like I had. And then she's making bad decisions, and so she's feel like she's in a greatly multiplied sorrow is what it is. But at the end of it all, she finds that God is still loving her, and he's right there for her.
Show us a cover of some of your books. I saw you had some here.
Okay, this is Forbidden Fruit. This is the first one. This is Son of the Forgiven, which is the sequel to this one, and Vengeance is Mine is coming behind this one. And this is the nonfiction, which is 10 Commandments for Dream Chasers. And so those are the 3 books, and of course I'm giving these to him today, so that way he can read them today.
Well,
he can read them in his time.
You this. My wife will be done read them, and I'll be still working on my first one, because she reads a lot of books.
Well, good. Tell her to leave me a review too.
I want you to say you came here, and I want you to always keep this cup.
Okay.
It's just something that we give guests when they come on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I just want you to keep it. Where can people get your books at? Where can they get your books?
They can go to my website, which is thatfablife.com. And that's THATFABLIFE.com.
Can you put that up, Steve? Or she needs to say it a little slow. I know I couldn't get it.
I said it's too fast. I am known for talking fast. He
getting his pen out. Look at him. He ready now. He
ready.
Said, go again.
All right. That's www.thatfablife.com. Thatfablife.com.
Okay.
I think
we'll
you got
put
it.
that
He's
up
like,
on the screen for you.
I appreciate it.
And I do want to extend this invitation to you, that any time that you're doing something, a lot of people still, I think we're in our 5th or 6th year, but a lot of people think that when you hear Truck Talk with Wally Sanders, all we talk about is trucking. Well, I've come to the realization, and I help other people realize this. Anything you're talking about trucking. Because everything had to come on a truck.
It sure did.
If you got it, it's boots, it's shirt, it's hat, it's tie, and I like to come on a truck. And boy, don't let me get going too fast, because I got a little work for you. You got to pull my driver of the month for me. Don't let me let you get out of here without doing that. But I sit here and I look at you and I think, wow, that must be so nice. But deep down when you're writing these books, and it's just, this ain't on this paper.
No, that's fine.
What is your best setting? Is it after work, after church, coffee in the morning? When you get in there, I know you have to get into something.
Yeah, a lot of times it just, just pops up like that, and I might be just driving, and then I'm thinking, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be good. and so then I'm like, sometimes I have to pull over, like, oh, I gotta write this down, I gotta jot this down, or I might even, sometimes I might even step back and pull the recorder out, and I'm like, okay, this is a scene that's gotta be written in, blah blah blah. And so, because I used to joke around before I got married, I used to joke around. I was like, if somebody walking by my house at night and they hear me, I'm like, oh, that's good. I'm not giving myself credit. I'm like really crediting God for giving me the idea. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea, God. I didn't know you was gonna do this, and I'm just typing away. And so, but yeah, it's like just whenever the inspiration hits.
You know, I can relate to that because Mr. Sanders don't know it, but he's gave me several commercials. Trace Parker, Doug Kitchens, Frankie Sears. I know all these guys that listen to the name. They're going, when did I do that? Oh man, Kevin Baker, Thomas Hicks. Those are people that I talk to regularly, and they probably wouldn't even know. Even Keith Lemaster, real strict, real serious, does a good job at what he does, but he don't know. He's gave me commercials. He's gave me lines to use.
That's right.
And it's like you say, it's in conversation. Sometimes we be talking and somebody will say something and I'll be going, oh man.
Right.
And the lady that I was talking about earlier that called me this weekend, she was asking me who write that, and I told her I did that. And she said, oh, you could have another job. And I was like, you don't know how old I am. I don't want another job. This is my last. I'm working when I leave this job. But I can really relate with what you're saying. When these ideas hit you, you got to use them.
You do.
You got to use them right then.
Look, and I'm getting older, right, so if I don't write them down then, it's pretty much gone. I'm like, now what was that idea?
So what else do you plan to do to see for in your near future? Excuse me.
Well, we're working on a play. So back in 2016, that's when I wrote my first play, because I was like, okay, I wrote the books, I got this, so then I started working on a stage play, and then so I finished writing it in 2016. And then I sat on it for a while, because sometimes you be a little hesitant or a little fearful, and they're like, I've never done this before. And so then around 2018, somebody called me up. They was like, hey, I need a quick skit, something. I need something for this event. And I was like, okay. And it was like, really technically, it was like 40 days away. And so I did like this just wrote this mini play, grabbed these actors. I was like, come on, you got to do this. And so that was my first one. And then I was like, ooh, I can do this. And so,
oh, okay, I can do this.
Right.
I can
and
do
so
this.
It was a shorter version. And then like the following year, I went ahead and did a full production, and I did it at the church. And I'm thankful that the pastor allowed me to do it at church. And it was called This Christmas. And it was like a 1.5 hour play. It was a full play. And I was like, oh, okay, seeing my work on the stage. So in 2020, we started working on another play, but of course, they got shut down. Right. They got shut down, and so I haven't been able to do it, but now I'm like, okay, 2025, that's the year. Got to get back out here, so they can look forward to, under new management, 2025.
So what does your husband do?
My husband works at Wiley Sanders.
You don't think I was trying to throw a plug in for Wiley Sanders, do you?
Yes, I think he was. He was like, I know where that man work at.
Why they say I'll throw us in there? They say, no matter what you're talking to me about, I'll throw us in there. He does a good job.
Yeah, so he works out there.
Well, tell me something. So if somebody, like me and old Steve there, me and Steve, we thinking we going to hit it big. Say if me and old Steve wanted you to do us a skit for a fishing show, all we had to do is just call you up.
That's right.
And anybody out there just having a program or something, they could just call you up.
Yeah, they could just
call. You work on stuff like this. Is what you do.
This is what I do.
That's what you do. Okay.
And so, because people have called me to do poetry for weddings or funerals and different things like that. So I'm like, hey, just let me know.
I love to talk to people, especially in my job. That's something I have to do. But when I sit here and I look at you and I see what you've done, You know the most wonderful thing to me about it is you're right here at home.
Right.
Sometimes people think you got to go way off to get this or that.
You don't.
But really, it's right at our disposal. All we got to do is reach out and ask somebody. That's all we got to do. So I want you to continue to write. But now, don't pull one of your husband's friends out this way. He might not know no drivers, but anyway, we're going to wind this up. We're going to wind this up. We're going to let you stick your hand in there and
Now,
read off somebody.
I'm not even going to look.
Yeah, don't look. Don't let me look either. This is a serious business right here.
Oh, okay.
Who was that?
Okay, the driver is Mark Brown.
Mark Brown.
Dun, 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 dun.
What's his truck number? Is his truck number on there?
4116.
4116. That is from the Buck Division. Who is his dispatch? Is that on there?
It's T.S. Sneed.
TJ Sneed.
Oh, TJ, I'm sorry.
All right, TJ Sneed.
So he won the driver of the month, Mark Brown. I don't know what he get, but
Oh, he gets a big deal. We put their name on the wall. Gets a new polo shirt.
ooh,
He also gets a gift card. A little
Okay.
cash. You say what you want to say. You could always do something with cash.
that's right.
You know, I always do something with cash. I'm gonna let the real estate man, I'm gonna let him pull the shopping floor. I'm gonna let you do all the driving.
Well,
'Cause
but-
they need prayer. All of us need prayer, but they need everything. All right, here we go. Don't get that one mixed up. Keep
I
them
won't
simple.
even look.
Don't even look. Reach your hand.
Look, I think I got my hands stuck.
You got it.
I got one. Yes, I got one.
All right.
All right.
Who do you have?
This is Greg Smith, and
Greg.
the truck number is 4701.
4701. Oh, Greg Smith. And his dispatcher, let me guess, Josh Crow.
That's correct.
All right. All right.
Look,
We're going to do the van division, and then we'll have this done.
all right.
So, back to your book while I'm getting this all selling. Do you think that in the near future you might write a book about trucking?
Who knows? Look, who
Trucking.
knows? I might put it on a play or something. Some truck people, look, truck drivers come in, bump, bump.
Hi.
And the third is in there are a lot of authors in Troy. There really are.
Now, do you know a
Doing great
person can
things.
go to school for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or 12 weeks and come out and walk on our job, making $50,000 to $60,000 a year?
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I ain't knocking education, but that's
Hey.
pretty fast. All right? Pull everybody's name out. Don't you pull out one of Thomas Hicks' trucks.
Don't pull out one here.
Don't pull out one of
That's
Thomas
probably the one that's on here.
Who you got?
Okay, I got Paul Pitts,
Oh, man, that's a
7158.
good one there.
Look, 7158.
Oh, Paul Pitts. Who you driving for?
Lee.
Outlaw. Man, I had some. You just talk about Lee Outlaw, and I had some news the other day. I had to call him. He's retiring. I think it starts December the 1st.
Oh, wow.
He's not going to be with us no more. Lee is a great dispatcher. Boy, I know his drivers are as sick as I am about him leaving. But he is leaving us. I'm so glad that you came on the show this morning. Was a part of Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Thank
And
you.
I'm so encouraged about the things that you were saying. You got all 3 of them?
Yes.
I want to get them mixed up. Let me put them right there. 'Cause you got to do them this week. But it just makes me feel good when somebody right here in my community that I can reach out and talk to. See, now when I say these books and read them, and I got a lot of readers surrounded by me. My sister reads a lot. My wife reads a lot. She stayed with her head reading. And so they will get read. That's what I'm going to tell you. They will get read. So, my next question, because you did tell me I could ask some questions on my own. My next question would be, what would you tell a young person or any person that was thinking of writing a book? I know you had to learn some things and some obstacles. What would you say the first thing you would tell a person?
Just put the pen to paper. Don't let it stop you. Don't try to go for perfection. Just write and write and rewrite and rewrite and rewrite. And then the more you do it, the better you're going to become at it. Because like that first book, Forbidden Fruit, that's the second writing of that book. Because I was like, after I wrote the second book, Son of Forgiven, and I looked back at the first book, I was like, okay, it's time to go back and make some changes. So don't let anything stop you. Don't try to go for the perfect book. Just put it on paper. Just get it out there. It's just like with life. Just do it. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't hinder your own self. Don't feel like I can't do this. Go for it. Just do it.
Okay. My last question got nothing to do with a book. All to do with you coming back. No, I'm just joking. If a person was looking for a truck driving job, what would you tell them to do?
I would say go to Wiley Sanders trucking line. They're going to hook you up because after 4 or 6 or 12 weeks, you could be making $50,000 a year.
You catch on well. You catch on well. You do good. You catch on well. Well, thank you so much for coming, and do realize that Truck Talk is always a platform for you. If you get a new book, you got my number now, you got my email, just call me. I will say this, I am very forgetful, so just call me. If you call me and tell me to call you back and I don't call you back, call me again. Okay. I tell people, this is how I eat. This is how I eat. I don't mind you calling it. That's my meal ticket. Hey, thank you so much. We'll be right back with Truck Talk and our next guest.
Wally Sanders Truck Line, money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We get you home on the weekend to watch football. Wally Sanders. Who is the best truck line that will get you home on the weekend? Wally Sanders! Money, money, money. Let me have that football. Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wally Sanders truck line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wally Sanders truck line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right. Come join us today, the family of Wally Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. At Wally Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross, Blue Shield, 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wally Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wally Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wally Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them. It's football season, but it's also time.
For you to join a company that puts God and family first.
Hey.
401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Nobody sits on the bench at Wally Sanders Truck Line. Come, we join the company today. Wally Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wally Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop, and my husband was also a driver and worked in the shop.
So Wally Sanders Truck Line is family, family, family.
Always.
That's right. Come join us today, the family of Wally Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. It's time for you to join a company that puts God and family first. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, height. There's nobody on the bench at Wally Sanders Truck Line. Go deep with Wally Sanders Truck Line. Join today, Troy, Alabama. Nobody sits on the bench at Wally Sanders Truck Line. Come join the company today, Wally Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Blue Cross Blue Shield, 401k. Come join today. Been in business since 1959. Wally Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama.
Good guest this morning, and it's a great time to buy something because I hear the interest rates are going down. They're going down a little bit, ain't they?
Sure.
Huh? It's a good time to get something, man. Well, Jacob, we're glad to have you. But Jacob, before we get into the business, They told me it was a young man down there at Brantley that could sure throw one deep. You know that man's name?
You must be talking about Tucker Kilgore. It ain't me.
It ain't you. You didn't throw nothing deep when you was down there at Brantley?
I used to back in the day. I don't think my body will let me do that much anymore, but I used to could back then.
And you went on to Troy University, didn't you?
I did. I went to Vanderbilt first out of high school. Stayed there.
Really?
I did. Stayed there for a year. Ended up going to junior college over in Mississippi. Played down there for a year, and then after that I come right back to Troy and stayed there for 2 years. So I was been all around with it.
Been all around with it. Did you have fun?
I had a blast.
You had a blast?
Every day I wish I could go back and do it all over again.
Really?
Now that I get to work every day, I go back and play football in a heartbeat.
Well, you've taken on a new career. Everybody knows your daddy worked with us out there at Sanders, and he was telling me that you done started selling land. You're into real estate now. Tell me a little bit about it.
Ever since I was young, I've always wanted to do something in sales, and I've grew up my whole life hunting, fishing, just being outside all the time. So I kind of got to a point where I was thinking I want to be a salesman, and I love being outside. So what better way I can do it than sell land and sell real estate? So I get to walk around land and talk to people every day and just be outside, and that's all I ever dreamed of
Now
doing.
you have a compassion for it.
I do.
Hunting land. I see your card says hunting land. Just all kinds of stuff. Houses. You got hunting land, timber, and farming.
Right. We do.
That's a big deal nowadays around Pike County and all these surrounding areas.
We do a little bit of all of it. We specialize in land, but we also do residential, commercial. But it's a fun thing to do. You get to talk to people every day, and you get to help somebody make one of the biggest decisions they'll ever make: buying a piece of property, or buying somewhere they're going to put a house, or even buying a home. I mean, it's a lot to deal with, but you really help them in areas that they may not know much about. And that's where we kind of come in and
guidance. You're guiding too.
Correct.
You're guiding too.
So.
Well, tell me, if you got good credit, or if you're working on your credit, it's mostly better to buy than to rent anyway, isn't it?
I agree. I've always said that. Just to me, I feel like if you buy, you're putting the same amount of money into something that's yours. Now, there's always benefits to renting. I mean, in some cases, that's what you have to do. But if you have the means and you're able, I would suggest buying over renting, just because you're putting that money and you're having it back to you one day as you own it. So,
I've heard it said that land is something that the value never goes down on. Would you say that too?
I would agree. You don't see land depreciating all that much. It's gotten to the point where, instead of putting money in stock markets and everything else, people just buy land because it's a very safe option to use your money for. You don't have any risk like you would in the stock market. Now, that ain't to say land couldn't drop a little bit or couldn't gain even a little bit, but it's a very safe option, and it's something that you're not making any more of. So land's always a great place to put your money.
And it ain't going nowhere.
It ain't going nowhere. I hope not anyway.
It ain't going. So, what about these people that deer hunt and do all these hunting? I know we have a lot of people come from Florida and stuff. Do y'all rent any land to them to hunt on anything? Y'all got into any of that yet?
Not necessarily down around here. We primarily do just mostly sales, but we do sell a lot of land to people from Florida and other parts of the country that love to come up here and deer hunt. I mean, you'd be amazed at the amount of people from Florida that buy land up here.
I see all the Florida tags at the service stations and stuff.
But this is a great place to buy land just for deer hunting purposes and hunting in general purposes. So we get people from all over the surrounding states wanting to come here just to hunt.
What about the cattle land? I work with the Cattlemen's Association down there, and there's a lot of people around our area that got cows.
There's a ton. Cows are a very, very big thing around here. I have my own cows.
Do you?
I do.
All right.
But cattle land's a very big thing. Cattle land actually goes for a good bit of money. It's a very limited source of land out there that's already set up and ready for cows. So it's worth a good bit of money, and people are looking for it every single day. The cattle market's very good right now, and people are wanting to get into it, and some even want to get out of it because it's so good. But this land is very hard to find to run cows and start a farm. So this is very, well sought after property.
I don't know about you, but me and your dad don't not suit us no better than a good steak.
Oh yeah.
I eat a good steak any day.
He'll send me a picture of one about every other day.
Yeah, you ain't the only one. At least we know he don't just send it to us when he goes off on his adventure.
He sends it to me too. I get to look at it every day.
You get to look at it every day. Well, tell me something. With you doing this, and with the football and stuff, and with the hunting, and you liking to hunt yourself, would you just say that this is it? This you gonna just stay at this? You where you want to be now?
Are
there other things to come from you?
I truly believe this is what I want to do. Now there may be one or two things I do on the side. I mean, I'd love to get back into coaching one day, but with this kind of job, I have the time for that, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I did it. And I really love the outdoors. I love talking to people. I love assisting people when they go to buy something, and there's a lot of people don't really know all the ins and outs of what it takes to buy land or buy houses, and that's kind of what I'm there for, to help them with. But I truly do have a passion about the outdoors, and I think this would be something I really enjoy.
Well, we're going to give Steve one of these cards, and we want him to put your number across there, but your number is 334-429-3610. That'd be Jacob Free, hunting, timber. Now tell me something, I haven't asked you that. Tell me something about the timberland. I'm going to get your dad. That's what I like about live TV. Give Steve one of his cards so he can put it across there. But what about the timberland? How do you do that? What do you do there?
That's basically like just say you have a timber tract that you want to sell. It's really no different than any farm or hunting land for us. We have a good idea of what timber is worth. No, we're not down to the dollar. We're not a timber company, but we have a very good idea of what your timberland may be worth, and we give you a good insight on, hey, you could get X amount of dollars possibly for this, and we're just basically there to sell it, but we want to help any way we can. That way we have our clients are the most informed they can possibly be about what their value of their property is, and just helping them all we can.
And I don't want to seem like this is a dumb question, but I kind of want to know as curiosity. Say I have 35, 40 acres of timberland, and then I sell it. Can I sell it after I've cut the timber off?
Absolutely. You can.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. What is the process of that? You just
obviously.
What would you call that kind of land?
That would be clear cut.
Clear cut. I knew it was a word for that.
Obviously, it's worth more as selling it before you cut it. Obviously, but you're gonna get the money from cutting it. Then typically, we call clear cut dirt value, which is basically there's nothing there. You're just buying strictly the dirt, and all the surrounding counties and everywhere in it has a dirt value. So just say Luverne, for example, their dirt value may be $1,600 an acre. So if you have a clear cut, we call it a dirt value of $1,600 an acre, and that's kind of what we think it may be worth, just figuratively as an example.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
So when a person bought some clear cut, they would have the option to clean it up,
right?
Go cows or go back timber. Is that an option?
That's a big advantage of buying a clear cut. For one, you're typically going to get it a little cheaper. And two, you have the option to do whatever you want to do with it at that point. If you want to replant it in pines, if you want to grind all the stumps up, put a cow pasture out there. I mean, there's a wide variety.
You can go either way you want to go then.
Correct.
Okay. What about lands with ponds on it? That's a big commodity. Everybody wants a pond though.
You would be surprised at how much more a piece of property with a pond, just the smallest pond on it, would bring rather if it didn't have it on there. People love water. That's just how it is. That's the first thing I noticed when I got into the business. If you got a pond, you got something. So.
You got something. They want to buy it.
That's right.
I believe that because I got a little old 5-acre lot, and me and a neighbor had a disagreement about the entrance of it.
Right.
And I just put it up for sale. What I thought was a ridiculous price. I had to actually take it down. Yeah. I had a couple of people call my hand on it. I was like, oh.
People love a pond.
They love a pond.
That's how it is.
So the ponds are the biggest seller.
I would say so, especially if it's in a good area where you could potentially put a house right around it. That's a big thing.
Or cabin.
Right.
So y'all sell stuff with the cabin and the pond, a home away from home.
Right. We sell almost everything. That's a lot of
That's
people love
good.
this.
That's good. That's good. And you know, you think about that, someone that would deal with you. I mean, you got a lot of young friends you play ball with that are like you,
Right.
are older now and trying to settle down. So you'll be a good asset to this community for people that are just trying to get started.
Correct.
I kind of like people when they kind of know me and know what's going on around here. Been around it all your life. And
I have.
when it comes to selling somebody some cattle land, you have cows, so you kind of know what they're looking for.
Right. And I spent some time working with Wayne Sanderson Farms in the poultry
Okay.
business, so I got a good idea of the poultry business. So I know a little bit more about that. I even spent some time with First South Farm Credit, so I got a little of the farm credit background to go along with it. So I feel like I'm a good asset to have if you're trying to buy or sell. You know.
Well, that's why we got you on the show, because we know somebody out there I tell you what I've been hearing on the news, look like these interest rates. I know they went down a little bit, but they say they're going to go on down.
I think so.
And I'm looking for that. I know you are, because that's going to help you sell some things.
And land, believe it or not, in the economy we're in, land is still very high, and it's a very good selling time right now, and even really buying time. It's hunt season coming up. Somebody wants hunting land to hunt on, and we haven't seen a decline in the land here lately. So it's still a great time to sell land.
There's one time about y'all hunters, now. Y'all gonna have your place. You hunt too, don't you?
I do.
What kind of hunting you like?
All of it. I mean, I don't
like
really
all of
discriminate. I duck hunt more than I do anything, but
Duck hunt.
I drive 7 hours up to Arkansas to duck hunt, but it's easier to hunt around here. But
Well, that's all right. What you shoot?
what gun?
Yeah, what gun you shoot?
I've shot a 12 gauge most of my life, but as I've gotten older, I've started shooting a 20 gauge more. It don't kick as bad. I got bad shoulders, but it kills just the same for me.
I bet I can imagine what happened to them shoulders. Well, this is $1 million question here. This is out of the land business. In your career, what is the hardest lick you think you ever took?
I can tell you to this day, I know it for a
I
fact.
felt like you knew that. Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
I was in junior college. We were playing. Now I can't remember the name. Anyway, we were at their place, and I was rolling. I was a little bit outside the pocket to the right, and I kind of jumped to throw a little bit, and I had one guy hit me up top high, my helmet on the right side, and the next guy come in and hit me on my hip on the bottom on my left side, and they kind of squished me together and flipped me over. And I thought that was the last time I'd ever throw a football. I did not want to get up for nothing in the world.
Did you get up?
I got up, but I didn't want to. I wanted to go ahead and.
You didn't see the stars, did you?
It was awful. I can tell you a bunch of those.
I bet. I can tell you this: your dad loved watching you. He tell me about it. The junior Hassan over there at Troy University, he was telling me about you. You probably remember Junior.
Yeah.
But we can't get you on the show and not have you to work. So
There you go.
I want you to dig your hand in here. I got them all over in the corner. Just reach in there and just make sure you just got one. Can't let you have but one. All right, who you got?
Jake Seymour.
Oh, Seymour, that's a good one. That's a good one. Me and Randall give Jake the deal. Next time he say something about Brantley, we're going to get on. Every time I have Randall riding on the golf cart with me, I say, all right, I got old big Randall with me. He's all Randall from Brantley. I ain't know about that. Man, I'm so glad to have you on the show. But one more time, I want you to give everybody your number and just tell them. A lot of people like to call and talk. I talk to a lot of people. I'm going to tell you now, if I talk to somebody and they're thinking about buying something, I'm gonna call. My friends probably won't be buying. Well, I hope don't like it. They probably won't be buying no hunting land, but they might need a house or something you may know close about. And you never can tell. I may want to move down there with them Florida people and sell my place. But I ain't going nowhere. But it's just good to know a local person that growed up around hometown cooking.
There you go.
That's what I call it, hometown cooking. So tell us again who you with. You got your name up there.
Like I said, my name is Jacob Free. I'm with Tut Land Company. My phone number is 334-429-3610, and you can always send me an email at jacob@tutland.com.
Yeah. Because a lot of times people, just as a little old man's advice, talk to everybody.
Right.
Because the one you think that ain't gonna buy nothing, that's the one that'll
That's
buy. I sell a lot of cars and stuff, and I never will forget. I had a car, and I told a guy, I was standing in the shop, and the guy said, "Man, I know you ain't gonna keep it, Hoss. When you get ready to sell it, let me know." And I never thought nothing else about it. About 2 years later, he saw me again, and I was ready to sell it, so I bought it to the attention. I said, "All right, I'm finna sell that car." Thinking he wasn't gonna do nothing. He got my number and everything, and the next morning his bank called me.
There you go.
So you never know what people are. You can't go by their talk. You got to see what they're gonna do. Give them an opportunity.
Worst they gonna tell you,
Yeah, and call back. And I always say I got no in my back pocket.
There you go.
I'm looking for yes in my front pocket. I got no in my back pocket.
That's right.
So stay with it, man, and be courteous. And you're a nice gentleman. You got yourself fixed up nice. You look like a salesman. You look like a salesman. You ain't overdressed. You got the hunting hat. But you just right. You just right to sell somebody about 50 acres of hunting
There you
land.
go. That's right.
Huh? You'll sell them something this morning. Well,
All they gotta do is give me a call.
that's a good deal. Well, I want to thank you for being on the show, man, and I want to let you know that anytime you got something for sale, let us know, and we'll put your number out there, and we'll get you out there, man. Tuck
Appreciate it.
Land Company. I'm saying that correctly?
Tut Land Company, yes,
Tuck
sir.
Land Company. Well, we want to get your daddy to buy me and you about 25 acres with a pond on it, a boat.
Wouldn't hold your breath on it.
You don't think I'm round those hippos out?
No.
So how old are you now?
I'm about to turn 26.
That's good.
I'll be
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear that? Anytime I see a young man doing something, I always get behind him, because when we're getting old, our day is fading out. All these relatives and this young man is getting into it. He's ready to go to work for you. He's ready to. And I want to ask you this, because this is real important. People could call you, say if they was looking for something.
Right.
They could call you and you could do the leg work for them. Somebody call you and you say, I'm looking for this.
Right now. I
Okay.
got a couple people say, hey, I want X amount of acres, or hey, I need a house in this place. I'll do all the hard work. I'll look for it. I'll send it all to you, get you all the information, and if you possibly want to buy it, I handle all the negotiations for you, the paperwork.
Yeah.
I'm basically just here to help you.
They help you. And that's what I was thinking, because I have a lot of people that want cars. They'll do that, man. If you see this kind of car, so I imagine it'd be the same: winter land, hunting land, fishing land, timber land, clear cut.
Anything.
This land, y'all in it.
That's every bit of it.
That's what I wanted to hear you say. Well, it's been a joy to have you on here. We'll be right back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Sanders Truck Line, money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We get you home on the weekend to watch football. Wally Sanders. Who is the best truck line that will get you home on the weekend? Wally Sanders. Money, money, money. Let me have that football. At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we still have the $1,000 sign-on bonus. We give you Blue Cross Blue Shield 401k. We match it up to 4%. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come drive for the best today. Come drive for the company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We're looking for team drivers. That's right, team drivers. Our team drivers can make up to $150,000 a year. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Bo, tell them. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, money, money, money. Hey, we got 401k, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We get you home on the weekend to watch football. Wally Sanders. Who is the best truck line that will get you home on the weekend? Wally Sanders. Money, money, money. Let me have that football.
The TruckSmart app has even more ways to make life on the road stress-free. As always, Ultra One members earn points, gears, and Ultra credits whenever they fuel up at a TA, Petro, or TA Express location. And now, convenient and fast fueling is just a click away with the PumpSmart feature. To use PumpSmart, simply click the PumpSmart icon in the app. Just like always, TruckSmart helps you find a TA, Petro, or TA Express location near you. And once you've selected your location, you can choose which fleet card you'd like to use for payment. TruckSmart users start by entering and storing their fleet card payment methods, either in the setup section of the app or during the PumpSmart process. Next, you can save time with PumpSmart by entering information like your vehicle and trailer IDs. If you're using a new payment card for the first time, you must first enter this information one time at the pump. After that, you can edit this information right in the app whenever you need to. TruckSmart stores this information for you. Next, you'll receive a code. You'll receive this code right in the app. Simply enter this code every time at the pump and fill her up. Once you're finished at the pump, your receipt is logged in your transaction history and stored right in the app. It's fast and convenient. PumpSmart is just another way that the TruckSmart app from Travel Centers of America is making life on the road a little easier. At Travel Centers of America, we know that life on the road can present challenges. That's why we created the TruckSmart app. The TruckSmart app makes life on the road stress-free by putting all of the services and amenities at TA, Petro, and TA Express right at your fingertips. And for Ultra One members, the app makes the perks of membership even easier to access. The TruckSmart app helps you get what you want when you want it. For starters, you can search TruckSmart to find which services are available at the TA, Petro, and TA Express locations that are around the corner or on your route. And you can reserve and pay for reserved parking or a shower right in the app. The app's simple and secure sign-in gives you the ability to securely link your credit card. Need a specific service for your truck or a specialty fuel? Maybe you have a taste for a specific restaurant, or maybe you need a pet area or a place to work out. The TruckSmart app finds the things that make life easier while you're on the road. If you aren't already, you can become an Ultra One member right from the TruckSmart app. Quickly and easily create a loyalty account to start earning Ultra One points, Ultra credits, and more. With TruckSmart, Ultra One members can manage their account, and the app delivers real-time updates on things like point balances and your monthly gear level. TruckSmart even gives Ultra One members an up-to-date tracker of the gallons of fuel needed to reach the next gear, so they can earn more points. Need an oil change or other truck maintenance? No problem. Ultra One members can also get in the TA Truck Service queue right in the TruckSmart app. Get real-time traffic and weather alerts, and with TruckSmart, help is there when you need it. You can connect with Road Squad emergency breakdown service from the app in just one click. We've updated the app with a new intuitive design that will help you easily find what you're looking for. And we're always adding features to help make your time on the road stress-free. With the TruckSmart app, you can arrive at any TA, Petro, or TA Express location with confidence, knowing your time is well spent. Life on the road just got a lot easier with the TruckSmart app from Travel Centers of America. You think you know Travel Centers of America's Ultra One program, but do you know today's Ultra One? Ultra One now gives you more. More points, more rewards, more options. Gear up to get more by signing up for Ultra One today. Ultra One is the loyalty program that saves you time and money just for fueling at TA, Petro, and TA Express locations. Take advantage of flexible reward points and reward credits that you can redeem on showers, meals, parking, and more. And it's free to be an Ultra One member. Ultra One's Gears program rewards you with points when you fuel. The more you fuel, the more points you earn. Ultra One members start off in first gear and receive 1 point per fuel gallon. Move through each gear to receive up to 4 times points per gallon. The more you fuel this month, the higher your gear level next month. Not only do you get points when you fuel, for fill-ups of 60 gallons of fuel or more, you earn a reward credit. In first, second, and third gears, reward credits can be redeemed for a shower. In fourth and max gears, you choose how to spend your Ultra credits, a shower, a meal, or reserved parking spot at any TA, Petro, or TA Express. The more you fuel, the more you get. You can redeem points in our well-stocked convenience stores, delicious full-serve or quick-serve restaurants.
And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. You know, before I leave here today, I want to once again send a special, just ask you when you sit down and Just take a time, a moment out to pray for the people that was hit by the storm, and we're thankful to God that it didn't happen to us, but there's ones it did happen to. And Mr. Parker reminded me of that this morning. People may think that I be trying to get brownie points when I call certain people's names. No, when people do good or be an inspiration to me, I call their name. I'm old enough, I done got all the points I'm gonna get now. I'm on the downhill slide. And we was talking this morning, and he just told me, he said, man, y'all just pray for those people. He said he had friends in Virginia and in North Carolina and South Carolina, all these places. Because remember this, Mo granddaddy, he said something that made a lot of sense. He said, boy, it may not be you today, but it could be you tomorrow. And I look at those things, and I look at that the same way when, and these old folks used to tell us stuff, we didn't understand it. And you say, Dad, how you doing? He said, boy, what you mean how I'm doing? I'm on top of the ground and the ground ain't on top of me. How you doing? And I used to say, man, he's so crazy. But now I realize he had more sense than I probably ever have. So, it's a man in the window. When y'all see me go to talking fast, it's because that man in the window, he go to doing like that. So I'm going to do like that with him this morning. You, and you. Call someone today. Say something nice to them. Until next Monday, this has been Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Shirley, tell me something. How long have you been driving for Wiley Sanders Truck Line?
October will be 28 years.
Did your mother drive once?
33 years.
And who else in your family worked for?
My dad worked in the shop.